Judy, the ABC 7i team has obtained information that nearly 25% of FBI agents are now working on immigration enforcement. That's according to numbers provided by the FBI to Senator Mark Warner's office. But those numbers get even higher when looking at some of the biggest field offices around the country. Up to 45% of those FBI agents working on President Trump's immigration push, something that has some law enforcement and counterterrorism experts seriously concerned. As Operation Midway Blitz continues in Chicago and more federal agents are deployed around the country to Democratic cities, prompting large public outcry, the ABC 7i team has learned 23% of FBI agents nationwide have been tasked with immigration enforcement. Traditionally, the FBI investigates foreign spies, terrorism, cyber attacks, and transnational gangs.
My concern is that if you're moving agents away from those vital responsibilities to engage in civil immigration enforcement, you're going to see a decrease in the number of FBI investigations in those areas and an increase in the threat to the country.
Former Homeland Security Assistant Secretary for Counterterrorism John Cohen says there is a finite number of law enforcement resources working on complex public safety investigations.
If FBI agents aren't working on joint terrorism task forces, then there are fewer terrorism investigations. If FBI agents are not working on drug gang task forces, then there are fewer investigations into violent street gangs and drug trafficking cartels.
And with such a large contingent pulled from their duties, he says drug cartels and bad actors are watching.
I am 100% certain that they are tracking that federal agents are being moved out of drug task forces and seeking to determine ways to exploit the reduced resources on those task forces.
Chicago FBI said in a statement to the I-Team, in part, as the fourth largest field office, it has been assisting with immigration enforcement efforts since January of this year and does not comment on staffing allocations. They say they're committed to protecting the American people and upholding the Constitution.
So to say that they're allocated to do immigration, it's not like the rest of their other investigations, and the other job that they do is just automatically stop.
While ABC 7 law enforcement expert and former deputy special agent in charge at the Secret Service, Derek Meyer, says he's unconcerned with the reassignments.
I think it's very easy for the public to jump at this and say, oh my gosh, 40% of FBI agents are allocated to immigration, but very good at multitasking, very good at doing many things simultaneously on a day-to-day basis.
So a mixed bag from former federal officials. However, Senator Dick Durbin said in a statement to the ABC 7i team, in part, the president is diverting critical resources from domestic terrorism threats and drug trafficking enforcement. And this, quote, short-sighted decision by FBI Director Kash Patel in service of the president's agenda only makes our country less safe.
All right, those are some dramatic numbers, though, in moving the resources.
About a quarter of all FBI agents, and then you think about those larger field offices, and it's nearly half. It's incredible.
All right, thank you.